Me, my dad was, but I was around 12. My mom and my dad separated, and they didn't get back together. Yeah. So I didn't see my teenage years. I didn't have my dad around as much during those years. But for me, I want to be in my kids' lives, for forever.
Exactly.
For as long as I'm here, because I believe that I can impart something on them, values, morals. My take on the world. Yeah, and that could pass down to them and their kids. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to leave that like a legacy, if you will.
No. Welcome to another episode of Kicking It with JB. I'm very, very excited, and I say that every time, but I'm very excited for this episode. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Royce Briales. I'm the co-founder of Welcome to Fatherhood.
Yes, sir. So, well, as y'all heard, and that's my first question, what is Welcome to Fatherhood? Like, what is that?
Yeah, Welcome to Fatherhood is a nonprofit organization. We help dads in the Chicago area, really everywhere, cope with the pressures and the stresses of being dads. Me and my childhood friend, Dr. Raheem Young, we started it in 2016. Wow, man, it's 5 years, man. It's crazy.
Wow, yeah, it's been some time.
Yeah, we started it. Basically, we were meeting pretty much every week to pretty much discuss business ideas. Yeah. We both, have an entrepreneurial spirit, so we was pretty much meeting just to kind of figure out what we wanted to do together as a business. And I was becoming the dad for the first time in 2015. We were meeting in 2015. And we came up with the idea we should do something for fathers, And I came back home after that meeting. I'm like, welcome to fatherhood, WTF. Huh. I Googled it, I see if it already existed, and it wasn't out. So I'm like, all right, that's the name for it, Welcome to Fatherhood. And from there, we just got it moving from there.
So, what does Welcome to Fatherhood, provide for dads? And, are they dads of all ages? You try to focus on young dads?
Yeah. Well, at first we had a age group, but what we found during the doing the little meetings that we've been doing online is pretty much dads of all ages have been jumping on. We've had granddads jump on. So I don't think we don't really have a certain age demographic. It's pretty much any dad, anybody that can become a dad too. Any man, so pretty much any age group. So we don't have any any limits on
specific. You told me to hop on, and I was like, okay, I ain't got no kids. I got a dog, but
but you had a dad before, so
that's true.
You got a story to tell about your experience in regards to fatherhood that way.
And I think fatherhood is so important. I think dads are so important to kids' lives, especially mine, or especially what mine taught me, and then other people. I don't know if I ever met anybody who don't got daddy issues, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has daddy issues in some form or aspect.
Yeah, and to be able to talk about that, about those issues.
It's tough to talk about it because it's emotional and it's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of people want to talk about their daddy issues, or some people aren't even acknowledging the fact that they have daddy issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even going into denial about issues in their past that they haven't even processed yet. So being able to have those conversations with men of all ages has been special. Even when you jumped on the call, you had your input.
Yeah, I was throwing a little gems in there. You know what I'm saying?
Because you don't have any kids yet, right?
Nah, I don't have any kids. No, but I aspire to be a dad one day. Hopefully, obviously. But I know from what my fathership, my fatherhood or whatever experience with my dad, that I know that I want to be a better dad than he was able to be. And not to put any blame on him, but just I know how important that aspect and that male figure was to me, and seeing it in my friends who had their dads around, or they're seeing it in my other friends who didn't have their dads around. I can see the difference in the dynamic of the household, just how they carry themselves, what do they think of their dad, you know what I'm saying? So, and I've always, I'm spiritual, so I've always been told you kind of see God how you see your dad, you know what I'm saying? So if your dad wasn't really there, you're probably not gonna see God is always being there. But if your dad was always around, you're probably gonna see God is always being around. So it's just I just know how big of an aspect that is to be that father figure, because I've kind of just growing up, not really my dad not being around as often as he could have been. I kind of look for the father figures in other men and other males. So that's why, like, when playing sports, I've kind of always looked up to, like, my coaches.
Yeah.
Kind of looked up to the older guys, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I've always looked up to that father figure, and I know how important it is to really have a dad and just that aspect. So I think that was dope, and it was so dope to be on there with all the dads and drop my little gems that I could, because I wasn't, because I really don't be talking like that on Zoom calls, and I wasn't really playing. I was just going to probably just hop on, let y'all do y'all thing, but then Raheem kept asking me questions, and I'm like, all right, then I guess it's my turn, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, if he didn't ask me that question, if he didn't like say, hey, James, so what do you think of this question? I probably would have just been quiet, nodding, like, oh yeah, that's true, you know what I'm saying? But he really was very interactive. I think that was dope about it. That's why I like when I hit you right after, I'm like, yo, when's the next one? I'm trying to get back on there, you know what I'm saying? So
because we've been seeing that it's been real therapeutic for a lot of people.
Man,
even for me, like, because I'm the same way. I'm more of a sit back in the back of the room, you know what I'm saying, and observe more than participate. But
exactly,
you know, Raheem, he's really good at pointing people out. Yeah, you haven't talked in a while. Let me talk to you specifically about this one. You know what I'm saying? Give me something. You know what I'm saying? So it's been really therapeutic to get people to really speak their minds about certain questions and certain issues that they, you know, probably wouldn't even think about. You know, now. You know what I'm saying? So definitely,
exactly. And I think that is such a avenue and like just like a route that's like less taken, because there's so many motherhood, how to be a good mom, you know, motherhood, like, you know, just like academies and communities and groups, but you never really see that many fatherhood communities when there should be, because fatherhood is so important and we need our dads, you know what I'm saying, just as males or even daughters, like they need their dad, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope that y'all actually like taking that different, like that kind of that different route and going with the fatherhood aspect, because it's so important, especially in the Black community, how important the dad is, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, I think that's so fire.
Yeah, the family dynamic is really a pillar of wealth, if you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Because without that, you know what I'm saying, you can get, you know, routed in different directions without having that foundation. So definitely we see that as an opportunity to reach out and to make an impact in the Black family. Yeah, no, definitely. That's facts. We include moms on the calls too. Really? So we've had 3 or 4 women jump on and had you know what I'm saying, perspective about how their fatherhood relationships to fathers, you know, because even their child's father or even their dads, you know, how that impacted their lives. So we've been pretty much trying to get perspectives from everybody, not just like one particular lens. 100%. But we're definitely looking to impact dads everywhere.
Yeah, so and I was watching this sermon by Andy Stanley the other day, and he was saying the most significant thing you may do not be something you do, it may be someone that you raise. And that's just like, and I was just like, wow, like that is so powerful, because it might not be something you do, it might be the person you raise, that child you raise, or that kid you taking care of, not even just, you know, it might not be your father, it might be a mentor, but just like how important it is for you to be in that child's life and just a dad in general, because I think dads are kind of like, I don't know, kind of like looked at as less than, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you kind of, the standard isn't to really be a good dad anymore. It's kind of just like, oh, as long as you're around, as long as you provide, you a good dad. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you show up.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But you can be a dad. You can be there in the house all day, but you can be like an absentee dad. Like you can not pay attention to your kid. You can be focused on work. You know what I'm saying? But are you really present? Yeah. Are you really present in that kid's life? And now I think that's so important, because I've always wanted that, and that's always been my goal. So how would you give advice to me as a young man who don't have any kids, who aspire to be a dad? Like, cause being a dad, cause I've done some cool stuff, I guess, but but like my root and my main goal is always to be the best father I could be. Even though I don't have kids, I'm already praying for my kids, future wife, all that. But how can I start taking the steps now to be a better father, even though I don't have any kids right now? What would your advice be to me?
Man, asking that question, that's a good thing to do. Like seeking out information, seeking out a mentorship from someone that's older than you, that's been through it before. Exactly. Someone that you can ask those type of questions to. That's important, to ask questions. Next thing I would say is just, continue to be yourself, because that's what got you to where you are now. Like all the success you had a lot of success in your life without a dad. You know what I'm saying? So you yourself are, an awesome testimony in regards to, what perseverance can be. Sure. So just continue to be yourself and ask questions. Those would be my biggest two.
Okay, then that leads me to my next question. Like, how important is it for you to be in your kids' lives? And what was what was your experience?
There's no other way, man. For me, I can't speak for everybody else's experience, but I don't see my life without my kids.
Oh,
after when you become a dad, that's you gonna have that moment.
Yeah.
Like, soon as you see that head come out, I don't know if you're gonna be in the room or not.
So how many kids you got and what are their like genders and ages?
I got 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. The girl's the baby. She's 3, and my boys are 5 and 9 now.
That's perfect. That's a perfect combo. That's just enough. 2 older boys, then got the 1 baby girl.
Yeah, she got to protect us. But really, she's the fighter. So
really? That's how
she might be protecting them when she get older.
That's how it be. Nah, but I mean to cut you off. So how important is it to be in your kids' lives?
Yeah, it's everything. It's everything for me. It's
that's dope.
There's no other way.
That's so great to hear.
I feel like for me, my dad was but I was around 12. My mom and my dad separated, and they didn't get back together. Yeah. So I didn't see my teenage years. I didn't have my dad around as much during those years. But for me, I want to be in my kids' lives, for forever.
Exactly.
For as long as I'm here, because I believe that I can impart something on them, values, morals. My take on the world. Yeah. And that could pass down to them and their kids. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to leave that like a legacy, if you will.
No, for sure. I think that's so important because I was the same way. I don't remember how old I was when my parents separated. I don't really remember. All I remember is like going to some like concession, like strip mall place. It had some place with like lights on and it said open. I just remember my dad pulling up in one car, mom pulling up in one car. They going in there, I'm in the car, then coming out, and I leave with my mom. You know what I'm saying? That was really it. And I couldn't really understand it because I was so young. But then I started to understand it when, like, oh, I'm going over to my dad's house like every weekend. Then it started becoming every other weekend. Then it started becoming like not as often. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that's so dope because I remember we even tried to do this a little early. He was like, nah, I can't. I got my kids. I think that's just so fire that like how important it is for you to have, that relationship with your kids. Is your relationship, I don't know, this might be a little personal, but is your relationship with your baby moms like a good one? Like, how important is that relationship?
Yeah, it's definitely amicable, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
We get along fine.
That's good.
She's a great mom.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
my ex-wife, so I'm divorced. Okay. But we have a good relationship. And I basically have them on the weekends, basically Friday to Monday. Yeah. But I call them every night before they go to bed.
See, that's amazing.
I want to call them in the morning, but you know what I'm saying, schedules ain't working out. But
exactly.
I see them every day, and that's important.
Man, that's very important.
Yeah, to build that relationship with them.
So then that leads to my next question. So like, how was your father figure in your life, and did that inspire you in any way to become the type of father you are today?
I cherry pick some of the things my dad did great, and some things he didn't do as well. But for the most part, my dad was awesome, man.
Really? That's amazing. That's dope.
But when they separated, I saw him less, but he still was in the picture in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
But I would say growing up, he would pick me up, put me on top of his shoulders and walk around. You know what I'm saying? He would come to the baseball games. He would be there. But my dad was hilarious. He would talk to you. He would talk to anybody, the strangers who'd be in the grocery store leaving out. Yeah. And he would keep talking to anybody. Yeah. Like 30 minutes later, we still in the car waiting for him to come to the car to load the groceries in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how my dad was. He was real personable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not that way. Yeah. Naturally, but I could pull that out when I need to. I can put out my bag if I need to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I feel like for me, like the situation with my dad is like a Bob the Builder. Like he could build your whole house. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't even down there put a nail in the wall without putting a hole in the wall. You know what I'm saying? But I could do something with a football sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I had that aspect, but like I thought like my dad was the coolest thing ever growing up. You know what I'm saying? Even though we may not have had the best relationship, but it took me so long to forgive my dad. Because I really didn't understand, because I was his only child. Even though he got remarried, I was still his only child. I had like step brothers or whatever, brother, and I don't know what you call that when like his wife. Half brother, or something like that, whatever. But I was always his only child, so I'm like, why aren't you like, you know what I'm saying? It's me, like, what, you know what I'm saying? I was doing some cool stuff, so I'm like, yo, what's up? But I don't know. I guess it took me like really coming of age and really like growing in my faith to really forgive my dad, because I kind of had a lot of resentment from my dad for a long time. But then I realized that life is short. You know what I'm saying? Because if anything ever happened to my dad, I'd be devastated. Yeah. And then, but I know that if he ever need anything, I'm there for him. You know what I'm saying? And I know that for him too, he does the best that he can. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that I don't know what his relationship was like with his dad, with my granddad. I assume it wasn't the greatest, but like they cool now. But I just think that he probably didn't really know how to really be a dad properly, but he did the best he could. Right. And it took me so long to understand that, because I had such that like resentment and anger. Like, bro, like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm your son. You know, I'm you. We got the same name. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? But no, like just growing up, looking up to my dad was like the best thing that could possibly happen to me. You know what I'm saying? He rode motorcycles. I was one of them little kids in Pep Boys trying to get the little mini bikes, you know what I'm saying, to be like my dad. And
3-wheeler.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Or just like be in his basement playing damn PlayStation 1. Like those were my best weekends. But just I had a lot of resentment from my dad. But I know that he did the best he could. And I know that he's gonna be a great granddad. You know what I'm saying? I know that he's gonna be a great granddad. I know that we have a better relationship now than we did, 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any bad words to say toward my dad, and I love my dad to death, and my mom wouldn't say the same thing. But but you know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like that your relationship with your ex-wife is so important, because that was very hard on me. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom kind of talking so bogus on my dad, like, you look just like your dad. You know what I'm saying? She's like, come on, mom. You know what I'm saying? Like I get y'all relationship was bad, but like, yo, it's me and him now. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Like we gotta. I rather tell you, like, you gotta let that pain go. You gotta let that hurt go. She didn't say I'm not hurt or whatever. But she just, you know what I'm saying, she just wished
she would talk bad on him. Like,
she just wished that he did better, because she know how important that it affected on me. But like I said, I know that he did the best he could, but that's why I know that I feel like my dad being the way he was helped me in a way, because, you know what I'm saying, now when I have those kids, when I have my kids, I know I want to be the polar opposite. You know what I'm saying? I want to be there, even if I don't have the best relationship with my ex-wife, with my baby moms, I want to be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure and do my best to have a good relationship, because I know how much that relationship affects the kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think my mom or my dad really know how much that relationship affected me, but it did. That's why I feel like I'm probably not good at relationships now. But anyway, that's a whole other story. Right. But nah, so I just know, like, I want to be like you. I want to be there, like present. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, at the baseball games. But I also want to know, hey, like, what's up with old girl you've been talking to for, you know what I'm saying, you've been talking to for 3 days now. Like, what's up with that? But I want to be present. I want to, like, how are you mentally? Because I feel like I never really got that with my dad. You know, he obviously loves football, but that's like any dad. Right. You know, any dad loves football, but he never really asked me, like, bro, like, how are you? Like,
how you doing?
Yeah, like, how are you doing? Like, actually, are you, like, you good mentally? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's a lot bigger now. But sorry to go on that tangent, but nah. So
you good. So yeah.
So then, what decisions do you feel that you've made for your family now and for generations that will, like, affect generations from now?
I think financial literacy is important, especially in the black family, because the black dollar goes out quicker than it comes in. You know what I'm saying? So
say that again.
Trying to figure out the formula in regards to, you know, investing and having a strategy in place. 100%. And having something that you can pass on to your next generation. My kids have stocks now. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing. So
I tell them about, like, hey, Roblox, they in the Roblox tough.
Yeah.
But you can buy Roblox as a stock. You know what I'm saying? They about to be publicly traded. I talked to my son about it.
Really?
Like, yeah, you can basically buy, shares of it.
And how old is your son?
Own it. He's 9.
Wow.
So he has knowledge of.
That's fire.
He'll go talk to his mom, like, yeah, my dad owns Microsoft. Like, what you telling this boy putting stuff in his head? I'm like, I'm telling him the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you own shares or something, that's ownership.
Exactly.
Having ownership and keeping it. You know what I'm saying? And being able to pass it down. Man, that's important.
Yes.
It's vital to me, you know what I'm saying, in my family.
And financial literacy is not taught well, at least in the black community. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in other races they kind of grew up and it was kind of passed down from generation to generation. Because I know that I'm the first generation to learn about stocks. My mom and my daddy never talked to me about stocks or 401ks, Roth IRAs, and stuff like that. I'm pretty much learning about that like right now at 25, like with my homies. You know what I'm saying? Just like doing my own research, or just like I feel like it's a lot bigger market now that a lot of people are starting to tap into. Like, hey, like set your kids up with this, so then by this time, they have a college fund. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
you can put into it.
Exactly. Financial literacy is amazing. I think that's dope that you already got your kid a stock at 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's fire. Because I just invested in or got into like a Roth IRA because I don't have a 401k, and I'm like,
yeah,
damn, when I get like up there, am I just gonna be broke? Like, I'm gonna have to work till I'm 70 and
nah, you don't have to. You can set it up for your kids. Like
exactly.
Roth IRAs, I have my 3-year-old has stocks.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So
wow.
You can get a Roth IRA for anybody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's very important to invest, you know what I'm saying, and to have knowledge of it and know the terms. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like really like research it.
You can get lost.
Yeah,
I get lost in the sauce a lot because a lot of people have been coming to me about Bitcoin now.
Yeah,
and
Bitcoin is huge.
Yeah, and I don't really know a lot about it, so I just don't like. It's hard for me to put my money towards something that I don't know a lot about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for me because I don't want to be ignorant. I don't want to make the the wrong.
Yeah, you want to be smart.
Exactly, I want to be smart, and I was never into like because I never thought of stocks as like a way to get rich right now. I always looked at stocks as like, okay, if I put my money in the market or in stocks, like at least this is what somebody told me. I didn't really know this. This is what like my mentor told me. He was like, it's not like a quick fix. You're not about to like put $100 in here this week and then 2 months from now you're gonna have $400. You can take it out and then go do what you want with it. No, It was always like, oh, you put $100 in here now, put $100 in here next month, put that in for 2-3 years, and now 10, 15 years from now you're gonna have a large sum of money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I learned about stocks. But that's fire that you already got your kids' stocks. So you got them stocks at 3 and 9, and then what about your baby girl? She got anything yet?
That's what I'm saying.
That's a 3-year-old.
They all got stocks. All
really?
Of them.
That's fire.
All got stocks, index funds. So
really?
Basically, they own a piece of thousands of companies in the U.S. So the U.S. economy over time has always gone up over time. So with knowing that, like you say, you put 100 in every time you get paid or every month or so, that money continually adds up over time in compound interest, man. Yeah. It's the ninth wonder of the world, man.
100%. And so
this is what Warren Buffett, like he invested mostly, I think, in Coca-Cola, and that's a regular company.
I think
ain't nothing too big. It's just a company that's been around for a while that ain't going nowhere.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most of his portfolio is that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't know where I seen this from. I think it was like a random YouTube video. I'll be falling into the YouTube vortex.
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
The black hole, that's
for
YouTube.
Real. So I think they said Warren Buffett bought Coca-Cola for like however, millions, billions of dollars or whatever, and then didn't do nothing with Coca-Cola but raise the price 1 penny and made like some crazy amount of number. You know what I'm saying?
Because he owned that many shares.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just like just having that financial literacy is so dope. Is that something that your parents taught you, or is that something that you had to kind of teach yourself?
Not at all.
Man, see,
I was in your same boat. 25, I didn't have no idea about stocks.
Man.
Nothing, man. Mutual funds, none of that. You know what I'm saying?
No clue. I'm just out here like, I don't want to go broke. You know what I'm saying?
But the beauty in this time that we're living in is the internet is there.
It's amazing.
So
yeah.
Like you can educate yourself on anything, any topic. Yeah, I dove into financial literacy.
Yeah,
financial independence. That's another one. Basically, a few podcasts, books. Just getting myself more knowledgeable about different financial topics and different situations that I could put myself in.
Exactly, and that's gonna set you up right now, but that's also gonna set your kids up that step forward because now. Like you had to teach yourself. Now they can learn from their dad, and they can take the knowledge that you have that you're going to give to them, and then do what they want with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Which is dope. And that's kind of like in my same boat. Also, just like the knowledge I have now, hopefully can be passed down from generation to generation. Because I'm assuming that's how like generational wealth starts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It starts with probably like a thought, an idea, and like, oh, if I do this, but you thinking like in the future, it's not really going to affect you that much now, but from generations from now, that little thought that you had might set your family up for the rest of their life. You feel me? Yeah. So I think generational wealth is huge. I've been so big into generational wealth and like breaking generational curses, because I feel like, especially like in the black community, the generational, or just any community, honestly, generational curses is the dad not being around, being an absentee dad, or just, you know, just the parents not being together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really want to break that generational curse of I want to be with my wife. You know, I want to be married when I have kids. You know what I'm saying? I want to have kids by the same woman. Yeah. You know, and not have any baby mamas. But that's a generational curse I'm trying to break, but also a generational, you know, wealth I'm trying to accumulate. I'm trying to, you know, build something. I want my name to mean something. I want to, like, my name to be better when I leave this earth, and my son be proud of the name I gave him. You know what I'm saying? How important that is.
Yeah. So very important.
Exactly. So I see your it's Royce. What how you say your last name again? Briales Sr. So you got a Royce Briales Jr.
He's a second.
He's a second.
Yeah.
I'm a third.
Yeah. So when you have one, you gonna pass it down?
I hope so. I am, because I've had that conversation with a couple of people. They're like, you know, your girl probably not gonna let you want to do that. And even my mama didn't even want me to have his name. Honestly, she wanted my name to be Devontae.
She
wanted me to be a Devontae.
Oh man, you'll be a different guy.
I'll be a whole different man. My name was Devontae. Right. But nah, man. So I'm actually James Butler the third. It's not on my name or anything. But like, my granddad's name is James Butler. My dad's name is James Butler, and my name is James Butler, and my kid's gonna be named James Butler. You know what I'm saying? Wait, so if I name my kid James Butler, is he a fourth, or could I name him Junior? Can I put the Junior in there, or is it too late now?
I think it's too late now.
It's too late.
You're third already.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But it's not on my name though.
Only way, it's not in there.
Nah.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Nah, I ain't gonna ruin the streak. I guess.
So on your birth certificate, it don't say the second or the third?
It don't say the third.
It says your name.
It says, we just all got different middle names. That's how they did it.
So technically you're not a third.
Technically I'm not a third?
Because you got a different middle name.
Oh, so that's how that works.
You are the first of your name. Basically that's your name. So if you give your son your entire name, then he'll be the second officially.
I had no idea.
He'll be the second one.
I always thought, since we got the same name, I'm technically a third.
Yeah.
So I'm not a third. We just got the same name, but just different middle names. So that's how they did it. Instead of doing the 1, 2, 3, they did the different middle names. Yeah.
So you can pass down the 2 if you want. Or Junior. I don't know which way you want to go.
I just like Junior because I want to be able to call him Junior. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a fire. That is a fire, just like nickname.
Yeah, Junior. Come here, Junior.
You know what I'm saying? I'm already thinking about it. But nah, I think I'm gonna give him leave him the 4 and just give him a middle name. Yeah. But I think I want to put the 4 though. I kind of want to put the 4 on the name because I'm thinking of, like, if my man's play sports, that Butler with the IV gonna look hard on the jersey. You know what I'm saying? Or my little girl softball, volleyball stuff is gonna be hard on that jersey. So I think I'm gonna go with the 4. I might not go with the. I mean, obviously gonna have a different middle name.
Yeah,
but
you can, man, I'll tell you,
I can do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my kids.
It's mine.
Exactly. Nah, for real, that'd be.
But dope, my son, he has my whole name.
Yeah,
I got 2 middle names. He got the whole shebang.
Really? He got your 2 middle names and everything.
He got the whole thing.
Wow,
the whole thing.
Junior slapped on it.
My ex-wife calls him RJ. My family used to call me Royce.
Yeah.
They started calling him that, but he don't like it. So he was like, call me Royce.
Yeah.
I'm like, nailed it. Like, take pride in your name, son. That's your name.
Nah, so I actually have a funny story about that, man. Like, I had to grow out of my childhood name because obviously my dad's name was James. So my family used to call me Baby James.
Yeah.
That's
tough.
And you know what's crazy? I still, like, Facebook is a crazy place. So I still get those family members who haven't seen me since I was, this tall, like, Baby James. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking to, but, like, I remember I graduated to Lil James, and, like, that was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm cool with Lil James. Lil James was cool, but once I got to, like, 18, I'm like, yo, James, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just for real, let's just stick with this one name now. I'm gonna now oversee the name James from now on.
Right.
You feel me? So
put some respect on my name.
For real, facts. 100%. So what decisions do you think your parents made that affected you and your generations to come?
Man, I think my mom was really big on me and my brother staying together as far as you know, school and, you know, sports, keeping us in sports, like keeping us active outside of the house.
Facts.
Is something that my mom did really well. I think that part is really tough now with all this, you know, Corona stuff going on.
Man.
Yeah. So I think for me, I've been, you know, keeping my kids outdoors. Like I try to keep them outdoors when it's nice outside, of course.
Yeah.
But like in the summertime, we would go to the park or we'd be in the backyard. Like y'all just run around in the backyard for an hour. Like get out the house, stop watching TV and tablets all day.
100%.
Like literally go outside and say hi to the sun.
Man.
Like I would tell them that, like, go say hi to the sun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just get outside. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's facts. And me, I would say my mom just being there and doing the best she could. Because my mom was my best friend. You know what I'm saying? She definitely had to play both roles. I could definitely see the toll it had on her. Because I remember we used to live, you know, down the street from here and I'll never forget it. We stayed in like my granddad's like little like I call it like a side house. But I remember I just started making friends like in that neighborhood. Yeah. And they was like, it was like, where you stay at? I'm like, oh, I stay at the little house down the street, like the little blue house down the street. You know, little kids don't care. They're like, I thought that was a garage. I was like, nah, man, that's my crib.
Yeah,
you know
that's where I live.
Exactly. So just her being present and being there is really what affected me and just how important and like I was saying before, just how them not being together has affected me, kind of instilled in me like, hey, like that in relationship is important. You know what I'm saying? Especially just seeing it or just being around my friends who have both their parents and my friends who don't, or just seeing my two friends, like my friends' parents be together and how they treat each other and how they move, and then seeing other parents or even my parents, how they move while not being together. You know what I'm saying? That's really affected me, and that's really instilled that like, hey, like, you know, obviously not every situation is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Relationships are hard work, especially kids and, you know, marriages, but just that importance of doing my best to keep it together, because I'm not good at relationships at all. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me, and I kind of feel like I'm still breaking that generational curse because I don't know a lot or however the situation went with my mom and my dad, but I can just assume and what she told me and just I see how he moved that he's probably not the best at relationships. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's probably like a generational curse that I'm currently having to break, and I'm kind of realizing like, oh, like when stuff gets hella bad, like I kind of just want to dip out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I kind of feel like that's kind of how exactly. Your first response, just leave. You don't got to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like that was probably like how my dad was, and that's like a generational curse that I really didn't even realize till I started thinking like, bro, like why do I feel like this? Why do every time like I get in an argument or somebody like made me mad or like a female made me mad, I just want to leave or you know what I'm saying, just dip out. But then I'm kind of trying to like unlearn that, and it's hard too because like it's a generational curse. You know what I'm saying? Because even and what's wild, I had a crazy conversation with like my granddad and my dad one day when I finally like confronted my dad like, yo, what's up? Like why like. You know what I'm saying? Why haven't you really been around like that? My granddad was there too. And then I kind of realized that like my granddad was kind of bogus too, you know what I'm saying? To my grandma, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really realize that. And then I'm like, oh damn. So like my granddad was kind of bogus. My dad was kind of bogus. Now I'm kind of bogus. You know what I'm saying? So like I gotta like, it's so hard. And I always see these like quotes like the reason the fight is so hard because you're the one that's breaking the generational curse. You know what I'm saying? So and I always feel like that fight and that pull to trying to like stop that cycle of that vicious cycle of like, you know what I'm saying, having kids and then, you know, being together, then not being together, then kind of just like fading away and not really being that much in the kid's life as I should be. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like that's so big for me to break that generational curse. Like that's huge.
It's big time. Man,
so that's every time I've been learning about myself and trying to work on, because like I said, being a dad is so important. And I just think that, like, when I saw that you had the Welcome to Fatherhood Incorporation, I'm like, bro, I got to have him on this podcast because I have to talk about fatherhood because I know how much fatherhood means to me and I know how much fatherhood means to other people out there. And just, like, we got to talk about it more because the dads are kind of like, you know, just secondhand citizens, you know what I'm saying? It's just like we're not just as like looked upon or they're not hyped up as they should be, you know what I'm saying? Especially black dads, especially.
Yeah, I believe, you know, moms and dads both equally, You know, if you put them on a pedestal, they equally play a role.
Exactly, and they're both important.
And how you shape and mold, you know, a child growing up. So it's very important for both, you know, parents to be, you know, looked at equally when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, relationships and how we, like you said, break those generational curses.
Man,
and,
so tough.
We need to really make that impact on young children. So when they become, you know, dads themselves, they'll want to pass down those type of values too,
100%
to their kids.
Yeah. So, what are your goals for fatherhood and corporations like going forward? What are you and Raheem's goals?
Well, this year we have, you know, a lot going on, man. We have you know, a master class where we have like subject matter experts jump on and talk about a certain topic. We just got, I think, Desmond Clark from the Bears. He's going to be doing one for us.
That's fire.
That's coming up, I think, late this month. I think the 25th, I think. But, yeah, we got the master class. We got our podcast, WTF interviews. Yeah. You know, I would love to interview somebody like yourself. You don't have any kids, but you got experience.
Man, I love talking about
dad, with your dad and your grandparents. You know what I'm saying?
So important.
Because sons have a vital, you know, story to tell too in regards to this whole dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So, the podcast, we got that going on, and
Zoom calls too.
Yeah, the Zoom calls on the first and third Thursday of the month. We get on the call and talk about a certain topic. And we pretty much have like a round robin discussion. You know, you was a part of it. We basically ask everybody a question, and you have to answer it.
Exactly.
Or else, you know what I'm saying?
Or everybody gonna be looking at you crazy.
Nah, we'll just move on to the next person. But, but yeah, we got those things, those initiatives. We just finished our first really big fundraiser. The end of the year, we had a goal to get $21,000 in 21 days before 2021. We got, you know, a little bit over 1,000. We didn't get like close to the goal, but we, you know what I'm saying, got some donations. But
exactly.
We look forward to getting even more donations and grants and stuff like that going
100%.
forward. So yeah, we got a lot, and we also have a giveaway that we're giving to like food away to the homeless in and around the Chicagoland area. Every other Saturday, we basically walk around Chicago and just pass out lunches.
I definitely want to be a part of that one.
Yeah.
So let me know when y'all do that. I definitely am down to serve.
I appreciate you, brother. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it so far. Yeah, for this year.
Nah, but man, thank you. That was therapeutic for me, honestly. I know I kind of went on my tangents.
Nah, it's needed though. It's a needed thing
about my daddy issues.
Yeah, I still got some things I got to talk about and process on my side. So it's important to get that off your chest, man, for sure.
And I think that's dope. That just being able to be vulnerable and not be so frowned upon now, because I feel like so many people kind of go through it and don't really know how to talk about it, or don't really know like what is really the problem. And me, like, I'm still processing like that. Like I had to learn that I was kind of, my knee-jerk reaction is to leave from being with someone else. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have never knew that if I was just, you know, just out here just by myself doing my thing. But, you know, actually being with a person, I kind of realized, hey, like, why am I like that? You know what I'm saying? So then that just that just brought me back to like, oh, like maybe that's what bro was like and his dad was like. So
yeah, and even doing this, what you're doing now, man, I commend you for it. Cause,
thank you.
You know, it's a big step. You know what I'm saying? Putting yourself out there like that. And because what you don't realize is somebody's going to see this video and it may impact somebody else, you know what I'm saying, down the road.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully.
Not only making an impact on yourself, but you making an impact on others too.
Exactly. And that's the whole plan of this, is this like platform, this podcast, is, you know, video or whatever, is to hopefully help someone. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to be open and be transparent, and I know putting stuff like this out here is definitely gonna, you know, put my whole self out to the world. And, you know, it is what it is. People are gonna think about it however they think about it, but this is my process, and this, you know, even if this helped one person, you know what I'm saying? Even if and one person like, oh damn, I'm kind of dealing with that, or, you know, I never realized that like my relationship with my dad kind of affects me, my other relationships, you know, and so I just think that's so far. But thank you again, man. I know I've been trying to get you for a little while now, and I'm excited to be, you know, hopefully a part, and hopefully I can definitely, you know, get some donations in and definitely help y'all with the homeless, and I definitely got a next Zoom call because you know what I'm saying, that was therapeutic for me, man. Just seeing how many like just different, males and just people different perspective. Because I remember I dropped that little Jimmy you put it in the chat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, don't fight the problem. I mean, don't fight the person, fight the problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
that's a bar.
Yeah, that's a bar.
You put that on the hoodie somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Put it on the t-shirt.
Facts. So that was really good, man. It was very therapeutic. Because I remember I was really going to hang out with my homies. And they was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why are you on a Zoom call at 8:30 at night? I'm like, yo, chill. I'm going to be in there. Like, wait. You know what I'm saying?
Just give me a second.
I got time. I got something to do. Right? That's something important. But nah, because it was like I said, it was therapeutic, especially talk to, people who are older than me and I can learn from their mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And in different aspects in that way, because I'm definitely don't want to repeat those same mistakes in my scenario. And I feel like I'm in the best possible position right now because I don't have any kids. So I'm learning from dads who have made the mistakes already, so I don't have to go and make those same mistakes myself.
Yeah, learn from the mistakes and the successes.
Exactly,
learn. We talk about all of it. You know what I'm saying, the good, the bad, the ugly.
100%. Yeah.
Because they don't give you a handbook when you finally have James Butler the fourth. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you a playbook. Like, here, take this. Like,
exactly.
You're gonna learn as you go.
Man, you know that's wild that they don't give you a playbook or nothing like that.
None. Zero. They say, here's a baby.
I mean, I took child's ed in high school.
Yeah, I mean, I changed the little fake doll.
I got a 97%. I woke up at 3 a.m. for that little baby doll. I gave him a little fake bottle. Yeah, changed his little fake diaper.
Your baby teething, and
exactly, but
your baby won't go to sleep.
But it's not.
Nothing works. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta hold it to stop crying.
Man,
yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah,
but I'm excited though.
Yeah,
just like I can go on all day, but like, what was that? Just like that feeling of like you was in a room, right?
Yeah.
Like just seeing like little Royce like for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like what was that like?
So my experience was we didn't find out what the gender was
until
the baby came out.
Oh,
you
thought
you know what I'm saying? We didn't know. Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
It was
I'd be too antsy.
Yeah, it was anticipation and just knowing what it was. We didn't know. So like either it's gonna be Royce or McKenna. And really what's crazy is she wanted to have a girl at first, for the first one. But she had a name for a girl or boy, Royce or McKenna. And I remember like it was yesterday, man, you see the head, the crown, they saw the crown in. You see you see the hair on the head, like then the whole process, man, it's a beautiful experience, man.
That's amazing.
I can't even put it into words, man. It's shock, awe, a little bit of nervousness, like you don't know what to expect when you have a kid. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So, man, just everything. When you see that little face, it's like that's you.
Yeah,
you help bring that into the world.
That's amazing, and that's like that's gonna be a part of the world forever now. Like once you leave it, like once you gone from this earth, like that person got your blood running through their veins. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they have kids, and that's just the generations to come, and that's just so cool. And they gonna take your name. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully that you leave your name better than what they got it. You know what I'm saying? And they can leave their name better than what they got it. But I'll
tell you that one moment though that hit me the most is the grab finger moment. I don't know if you have babies around you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You put your finger out and they grab it. Like, but when it's your kid that does it, it's man, I was in tears almost, man. Like,
that's
the little fingers, man.
I'm excited for that. Hopefully one day. But I want to be cautious of your time. I just want to say thank you for coming on the podcast, man. I'm gonna definitely put all that information about Welcome to Fatherhood in the bio. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, leave a review on the podcast, and this is a great man. Reach out. I'm gonna definitely put his information in the bio and all that, man. So just thank you again, man. I'm excited, man.
It means a lot, man, coming from a great man as yourself, man. It was nice kicking it with JB, man.
Yeah, for sure, nice. Man. And I'm excited I finally got you on, man. I've been like hyping this up for a while. I'm like, I know I gotta go crazy with this Royce episode, man. It's about to be, I might start crying, you know what I'm saying? I might get in my feelings a little bit, but man, I needed this bad because definitely just seeing you and just how important and just how you're looking in your eyes when you talk about your kids is so amazing. And I hope to get there one day when the time is right. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush.
hits you when
did you have? Sorry, when did you have your first kid though?
I was 30.
All right, bet. So I got time. You know what I'm saying?
I was 30, so I had my whole 20s to do what I wanted to do. But yeah, 30.
It's lit.
Yeah, 30. See, I had to buckle down.
Exactly. So I'm always like, dang, I don't want to be, 50 and my kid, 2. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to be the young dad who can, still get out there on the field with him and stuff like that. But now, 30. All right, bet. I think that was like my goal. Like my goal is really like 28, but I think that's kind of pushing it because I'm already about to be 26 in like a month. Then I'm like, damn, I gotta find somebody, hopefully get married and have a kid. Like that's kind of pushing it.
It's a process.
It's kind of a process. I gotta take my steps and not stop letting culture say I'm on this timetable. You feel me?
Yeah.
But nah, that's amazing though. But thank you again, man, and hopefully we can have you back on there. So and hopefully that next time we have on there, the Welcome to Fatherhood is blown up and something crazy. But what y'all doing right now is amazing, and dads need it, and honestly, I need it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm excited to be a part of it. I definitely want one of them hoodies if you're selling those or making new ones. But thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's it.